Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started. Rhea Ripley's return to WWE didn't go as she had planned when Dominik Mysterio betrayed her and sided with Liv Morgan. Meanwhile, Sam Roberts thinks Mommy needs a partner, and Jey Uso should align with her to take on Mysterio and Morgan in a mixed tag team match. Earlier this year, Jey Uso wanted to align with Rhea Ripley when Dominik Mysterio was entangled in a storyline with Liv Morgan. However, Ripley got Mysterio out of Morgan's trenches, only for the second-generation star to turn his back on her and align with the Women's World Champion at WWE SummerSlam 2024. Speaking on Not Sam Wrestling, the analyst believes that Damian Priest's issues are with Finn Balor, and he would be more focused on them. Meanwhile, he hopes 10-time champion Jey Uso can get into the story as Rhea Ripley's partner to take on the villainous duo of Dominik Mysterio and Liv Morgan. Technically, when you're talking about the group, Damian Priest's problem is with Finn Balor, and Rhea Ripley's problem is with Dominik Mysterio and Liv Morgan. So, Rhea Ripley does need a partner in a mixed tag situation. I think there is still room to go over to Jey Uso's side of things, and I think there's plenty of room to get that Jey Uso/Rhea Ripley versus Dominik Mysterio and Liv Morgan, Roberts said. From 1940 to 2025, Jey Uso, Rhea Ripley, Sami Zayn, and Damian Priest seemingly coming after the new Judgment Day following WWE SummerSlam 2024. SummerSlam 2024 will go down in the company's history books as the end of the Judgment Day. Dominik Mysterio and Finn Balor betrayed Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest, respectively, to kickstart a new version of the villainous group with the addition of Carlito and Liv Morgan. Unfortunately for the heinous stable, old enemies and new challengers are ready to strike them down in the coming weeks. On the recent edition of WWE Raw, Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley reunited after the event and took out JD McDonough to close the segment. Elsewhere, Jey Uso asked Sami Zayn to team up with him as he wanted the two to take down Finn Balor and JD McDonough for the World Tag Team Championship. It'll be interesting to see how all these stars unite to go after the new iteration of the Judgment Day on WWE Raw. In a surprising twist, WWE analyst Corey Graves recently floated the idea of a 10-time champion aligning with Rhea Ripley to take on the Judgment Day's Liv Morgan and Dominik Mysterio. This potential alliance could be a game-changer, shaking the very foundations of WWE and possibly igniting one of the most intense rivalries the WWE Universe has ever witnessed. The proposal during an episode of WWE's After the Bell, Corey Graves, known for his sharp insight and often controversial opinions, suggested that the only way to neutralize the Judgment Day's growing influence would be for someone with both the experience and the accolades to stand with Rhea Ripley. The name he mentioned? None other than Charlotte Flair. Rhea Ripley has been a dominant force on her own, but imagine what could happen if she joined forces with a 10-time champion like Charlotte Flair, Graves mused. Liv Morgan and Dominik Mysterio have become almost untouchable within the Judgment Day, and they need a counterbalance, someone who knows them inside out and isn't afraid to take the fight directly to them. The history Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley share a tumultuous history. The two have faced off multiple times, with each encounter adding more layers to their complex relationship. From their battles at WrestleMania to their intense exchanges on Raw and SmackDown, the chemistry between Flair and Ripley is undeniable. Their rivalry is built on respect, but also on an undercurrent of animosity. Both women are fierce competitors who refuse to back down. Liv Morgan, on the other hand, has undergone a significant transformation since aligning with the Judgment Day. Once the underdog, she has embraced a more sinister side, influenced heavily by the group's dark, rebellious nature. Dominik Mysterio, under the guidance of his father Rey Mysterio and later the Judgment Day, has evolved from a promising rookie to a cunning and ruthless competitor. Together, Liv and Dominik have become a force to be reckoned with, their bond forged in the fires of competition and their shared vision of dismantling the old guard of WWE. The Alliance. The prospect of Charlotte Flair aligning with Rhea Ripley is intriguing, primarily because it would blur the lines between friend and foe. Historically, Charlotte has always been positioned as a lone wolf, someone who carves her own path and rarely allies herself with others unless it benefits her directly. However, the situation with the Judgment Day might be dire enough to warrant an exception. Graves argued that Flair and Ripley could complement each other's strengths. Charlotte's experience, ring IQ, and ability to get inside her opponents' heads would mesh well with Ripley's raw power, agility, and unrelenting aggression. Together, they could dismantle the Judgment Day from within, neutralizing Liv Morgan's unpredictability and Dominik Mysterio's opportunistic tactics. For Charlotte, this isn't just about championships or proving she's the best, Graves continued. This is about legacy. She's at a point in her career where every move she makes is about cementing her place in history. Aligning with Rhea Ripley to take down the Judgment Day could be the legacy-defining moment she's been looking for. The potential fallout, of course, such an alliance wouldn't come without consequences. The WWE Universe is deeply divided on Charlotte Flair. While some admire her undeniable talent and pedigree, others are critical of what they perceive as her entitlement and relentless pursuit of the spotlight. Aligning with Ripley, who herself is no stranger to controversy, could either rejuvenate Flair's career or tarnish it. Moreover, the Judgment Day is not a faction that takes threats lightly. If Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley were to align against them, Liv Morgan and Dominik Mysterio would undoubtedly retaliate with everything they've got. The ensuing feud could spill over into multiple WWE shows, creating chaos and perhaps even drawing in other superstars who have a stake in the ongoing power struggle within WWE. The potential for intergender tag team matches is also on the table. WWE has been pushing the boundaries of what's possible in terms of match dynamics, and a showdown between these four could be an electrifying main event at a major pay-per-view. The intensity of their confrontations would not only elevate the stakes, but also push each competitor to their absolute limits. The X Factor, Finn Balor. One aspect that Graves didn't delve into but is worth considering is the role of Finn Balor, the enigmatic leader of the Judgment Day. Balor has a long history with both Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley. His influence on Liv Morgan and Dominik Mysterio has been profound, shaping them into the formidable competitors they are today. If Flair and Ripley were to form an alliance, Balor's response would be crucial. Would he step into the fray, seeking to protect his stablemates, or would he encourage Liv and Dominik to fend for themselves, testing their resolve and loyalty to the Judgment Day? Balor's actions could tip the scales in favor of either side, adding another layer of unpredictability to an already volatile situation. Final thoughts. While the idea of Charlotte Flair aligning with Rhea Ripley to take on Liv Morgan and Dominik Mysterio is still speculative, it's a scenario that has fans buzzing. Corey Graves' suggestion has sparked conversations across social media, with many debating the potential outcomes of such a partnership. Regardless of what happens next, one thing is certain: WWE is in for an explosive few months. The Judgment Day's reign of terror has gone unchecked for too long, and it might just take the combined efforts of two of WWE's most dominant female superstars to bring them to their knees. Whether this alliance comes to fruition or not, the possibility alone is enough to keep fans on the edge of their seats, eagerly anticipating the next twist in this unfolding saga.